Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign as a Scorpio, this is for you. And I always advise, I don't know why, I always forget the signs. I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings, not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Serious, Ravi. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, like peace, prosperity, and peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. Your key to the week this week is the Chariot card. And I'm sorry, I'm going to pull myself together. I'm just casually laughing at myself like an idiot. Your Chariot card. This week, things are really accelerating for you. Whenever this card shows up, things speed up, which is great. The thing that I would say you probably want to be mindful of here is what am I trying to say? Come on, brain. As Mercury is retrograde over the course of this week, you just want to make sure that whatever plans you're sort of sowing, whatever things that you're setting into motion, you just want to make sure that you've got the sequence correct. The challenge that comes up with the Chariot card is its opposite in the Major Arcana is actually the Tower card. So sometimes if we go too fast or we go, we're haphazard in what we're doing, this is where, the Chariot card isn't always like a, yes, absolutely go for it. Sometimes it's a reminder that we need to slow down a bit. And this week, I kind of feel like that might be the case. So take time, take rest, take recuperation. This could also be a time to formulate plans or to at least look at what it is that you're trying to get off the ground rather than just charging straight in with it. The Chariot card this week is giving you, it's not like a warning, but it is a heads up that something that you're doing, maybe the details of it are not quite where they need to be. And so you can avoid that usual Mercury retrograde stuff. So, when it goes direct and you're like, oh crap, how did I miss that? So just keep an eye out for it. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you, and if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. With that said, manifesting. I have a whole course on manifesting coming up that is, I gotta say, I'm kind of proud of it. I really hope you guys love it. I really hope you enjoy it. It goes live on June the 7th, and as part of that, you will get 4 quarterly community calls where we'll be talking about everything to do with the course and a whole bunch of other stuff as well that I haven't mentioned just yet. You can get that, to keep an eye out for it on my socials, so Instagram, Facebook, there'll be lots of info there, and the community tab. And also, speaking of community aspect of it, you will gain access to the Reydiant Reality course alums Facebook group. You can only get in that group if you have taken one of my courses, and there are a few on their way. So if this one doesn't work for you, maybe one of the others will. With that said, thank you so much for your patience. I got to do the whole business bit as well. For your actions and options, you've got the Fool card. New things, new places, new people. The Fool card coupled with the Chariot card, that's travel. So this week it does look like you are off on your travels. Wherever you're going, it looks like you're having an absolute blast. The Fool card also suggests that you are changing your approach to something, and this is great. Especially for a Scorpio, fixed sign, come on. Even though you're technically the most flowing, apart from say Aquarius, let's say, because you're a water sign, right? But this does suggest to me that message from the Chariot is the same. Like whatever you're trying to change, it's great, go for it, do it. Like it's the right, you're taking the right calculated risk this week, but just do it in a way that it's steady rather than just bang, sort of like all at once. For your communications and conversations, you have the Daughter of Cups. So this is the Page of Cups, and it's right underneath the Chariot card. Whatever you are doing this week, is likely to be culminating or completing in Cancer season. So whatever you're starting or you're working on at this moment in time, it goes into June and July, which could be nice. Now, the Daughter of Cups as a communications card, this is lovely. It means that communication is easy, it's harmonious this week. There are a lot of loving words exchanged this week, lots of really wonderful conversations. There's also a lot of, especially because there's the Fool card there, there's a lot of moments where you kind of, this week you might have, I almost want to say like nostalgic moments or intuitive moments or both. You know, Scorpio is a very intuitive sign. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this is a creative endeavor or idea around your studies that feels like something that you should be pursuing. Because you've got that Chariot card there, you are just being asked to kind of temper how you feel about something with the reality of the situation, which, you know, it tends to be something you guys are pretty good with. But obviously, if this is coming up, it might be something that is a blind spot for you normally. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, that Page of Cups, if there's something that you want or need from the boss besides just money, you know, yes, it can be money or resources. If it's a reference, if it is, you know, for a new job that you're going to, if it is, you know, a heads up about some sort of training or funding or, you know, whatever it might be that you desire or require from your work or your work environment, this is a good week to ask for it. Sow the seed if you have to. It is a page after all. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, this is a moment of gratitude. This is a moment of really kind of looking at the work, the business that you have and kind of just saying, wow, you know what? Look how far I've come. This could actually be a moment where if you take a rest this week and observe where you've been, this could give you what you need for that next big push. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this would be a really good time to connect with relatives that live at a distance, people that live, you know, either far away. Maybe if you can't go to them, ask them to come to you. This is a really good week for reconnecting or connecting with people. Your love and relations is the Four of Cups. So in most decks, I see this card as being in a bit of a funk, but in this deck, look at it, it's beautiful. I see that more as just kind of being in the present moment. And so when it comes to those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this is a reconnection, or not a reconnection, it's a recentering of self through or with the relationship. There's a sense here that there's more presence somehow. Because it's underneath the Fool card, for those of you that are single, it could be on, with, or through your travels that you are meeting somebody. And I've got to say, because you've got the Fool in your actions card, if you are meeting somebody, it's likely that you are not their usual type. Do you know what I mean? Like usually, like we all say, like, you know, oh yeah, I met them and they're not my, you know, they're not my usual type. But you might not necessarily be the kind of person that this person goes for. And so if you hear that from their friends or relatives or loved ones, don't take it as like a, okay, well, you know, you then. Take it as an absolute compliment. Like there's something about you that is getting this person to see things and people in a very different way. For your money and materials, you've got the Six of Cups. Lots of water energy here. Lots of water energy. So really through flow. All right. For some of you, I wonder as well if this could be something like an inheritance that comes through. It wouldn't surprise me if it was like that, or if it's maybe something that you have maybe stored, something that you were given a long time ago. You could realize that an item that you have or something that you've bought previously is actually worth a crap ton of money and you didn't even realize it. As an example, this little beauty that I somehow managed to damage, my mama bought me this for £1.50 from a charity shop, and I love it. I did love it as soon as she gave it to me. And I remember one day I had a friend come round and he said, he was like, that's a, I can't remember the name of it. I think it's Troika. Anyway, it turns out that this company only made a certain amount of pieces and they went bust at a certain time. I checked, it's worth like 350 quid. You know, mind blown. This could be something like that. So if you're checking through your antiques, or, you know, the stuff that you're getting rid of, check it before you chuck it. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, that's your reproductive system. And just given the cards that have come up, I would say this is a very fertile week, if you know what I'm saying. For those of you that are, for all of your home and environment, the Six of Cups, I love the Six of Cups for the home vibe, because it for me, this brings a lot of security. And actually the Six of Cups sits at the midpoint of the Scorpionic Deacons. So very interesting. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.